From KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, this is Eagle 102, broadcasting 24/7, 365. KJFM Radio, Eagle 102. Area high school basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And good evening and welcome to night number 4 of the 2022 Clopton Invitational, the 26th Clopton Invitational here on KJFM. Mark Fronick, Corey Buchanan here in the middle school gym. We've got Marianne and Jim Ross down in the Dale Miller Gymnasium for the championship semis. We've got the Consolation semis here in our first feature game. Will be the semifinal on the boys bracket between Silex and Clopton. Silex, they were on the short end of a shellacking in the opening round, 89-9 to the top seed and perennial power here at the Clopton Invitational, the Monroe City Panthers. And Clopton just came up a little bit short for the second time this season against Ellsbury, and Coach Tony Francis wasn't quite happy with the compete in that game. They had a very spirited practice yesterday. We'll talk more about that. But this is a Clopton team that wants to get back into the Dale Miller Gymnasium for the consolation game coming up on Saturday. We'll take a quick break. We'll set up both gyms for you when we start the pregame show on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Knight Equipment Company, West End Financial Services, and Young Enterprises.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Did you know our agency currently offers over 30 programs and services to our communities? The Women, Infant, and Children's Program, infant through adult immunizations, car seat safety courses, diabetes counseling, and of course our amazing home health and hospice programs, just to name a few. Learn more by visiting our website at pikecountyhealth.org and see what services you and your family could benefit from.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Getting ready for the first of 2 featured games, 4 games total here on boys semifinal night from the Clopton Invitational. Mark Fronick, Corey Buchanan here in the middle school gym, the old high school gym. And Corey, there was a lot of tension in the practice for Clopton after that opening round loss to Ellsbury. A couple guys getting into each other's faces a little bit, but you need that compete to make that step forward. And
that's right. Sometimes that's what it takes. You know, teammates holding each other accountable. Sometimes it kind of gets a fire under everybody, and they could turn the season around.
And I don't know if it's a point where they have to turn the season around, but it's a point where they have to take a step in their growth. A very young Clopton team. They have a lot of potential, but maybe getting that fire going a little bit can spur that growth forward a little bit.
Yeah, you're right.
We've got this game between Clopton and Silex. The late game over here, the second Consolation Semi will be Mark Twain and Wright City. Over in the high school gym, they'll have Monroe City Ellsbury. We'll get game breaks from Jim and Marianne on that one, Monroe City and Ellsbury. And then the late game will be the featured game between the Louisiana Bulldogs and the Winfield Warriors. That should be a pretty interesting 2-3 matchup. Winfield looked like world beaters in the opening round, so Louisiana has their they've got a big test coming in the
sounds like that's going to be a good game.
Yeah, the Bulldogs are going to have to come out firing on all cylinders, and they've got the potential to do that, but they're going to need every bit of it tonight against a pretty stacked Winfield Warrior team in that 2-3 matchup to see who will make it into the championship game. We've got 11 and a half minutes to go before we start this night off. We'll take a break, come back with our keys to the game for Clopton and Silex after this on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Advanced Physical Therapy, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, and Calumet of Missouri.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
Getting ready for Clopton and Silex. Keys to the game. I think Clopton needs to take a page out of Monroe City's book and put a lot of ball pressure on Silex, force them into mistakes. That plagued the Owls in the opening round, and if you can force them into that, just coming up the floor, you're going to get a lot of points back the other way. And if they get into their offense, force Silex to the outside. Silex needs to prove that they can shoot and make those shots from the outside. We haven't seen it too much in the warm-up here. So
yeah, I haven't got to see either one of these squads play yet this year. But if you can force some turnovers and make layups, around here that seems to be, if you got that formula there, you can win a lot of ball games. So we'll see which team comes out and does that tonight.
Yeah, and for Silex, they've got to get the ball inside. They've got some big bodies down there. They've got to get it within 6 feet of the basket and get those higher percentage shots, because the outside stuff just they can't rely on that. It's not to that point yet in the development of this program. So they've got to get inside and get those high percentage shots going.
Yep, utilize their big guys, and same for Clopton too. Utilize some of that size down there on the blocks.
Yeah, they've got some beef down there. They maybe don't have the height that they've had in recent years, but they've got some beef, and they've got a pretty good pair in Cash and Kane Evans that can do some damage down deep for the Clopton Hawks. Those are our keys to the game. Let's throw it down to Jim and Marianne and see what's going on with that ball game.
Well, this will be an interesting game as the top seed Monroe City faces the 4-seed Ellsbury. Of course, Monroe City, a known entity by everyone, the defending runner-up in Class 3 and state ranked this year. But it'll be a good measuring stick for Ellsbury as they come into tonight's game, Marianne, with a record of 10-2. And so they're going to find out exactly where they are in this season.
Well, I tell you what, I think that's probably the best record Ellsbury's had to start the season in quite a while. And as you mentioned, they went down to the Winfield tournament, was playing, had some success down there, but I think this is a whole other level for them.
That's what they're going to find out tonight with Monroe City. It could be an up-and-down affair, could be entertaining as well. We'll see if the Indians can stay with the Panthers in this other semifinal. Glad to have you with us, Marianne and Jim Ross. Back to Mark and Corey.
Thank you very much, and it should be an exciting test for the Ellsbury Indians down there. Let's take a break. We'll come back with our starting lineups after this on the Eagle 102 pregame show.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Ann Lane Boutique, and Northeast Missouri Title Company.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Pike County Mutual offers home auto discounts simply by placing your auto insurance through one of several auto companies that Pike County Farmers Mutual represent, and your home with Pike County Mutual. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Come home, insure with Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And our starters for this Consolation semifinal. First for the number 8 seed Silex Owls, they're 2-6, coached by Ethan Evans. They'll start a junior number 2 Josh Price, sophomore number 3 Tyler Twellman. Back into the lineup tonight, a senior number 20 Wesley Perkins gets the start. Number 23 a sophomore Cole Fessler, and a senior number 30 Colin Twellman rounds out the starting 5. For the number 5 seed Clopton Hawks, they're 6-5, coached by Tony Francis. They'll start a junior number 1 Tyler Kuntz. A sophomore, number 3, Chase Hall gets a start. A senior, number 33, Mason Street. Sophomore, number 42, Cash Evans. And a freshman, number 44, Kane Evans. So again, for Silex, it's Price, Twellman, Perkins, and Fessler. And for the Hawks, it's Kuntz, Hall, Street, Evans, and Evans. Those are your starting lineups for this Consolation semifinal. And let's throw it down to the Dale Miller Gymnasium and see if they got starters for the championship semis.
I believe we do. It'll be similar lineup to what we saw the other night for Monroe City. Josiah Talton, Joshua Talton, Kyle Hayes, of course, Jaden Robertson, and Dion White for Brock Idris and his Monroe City Panthers. For Ellsbury, it'll be Bryce Irving, Caden Kinsler, Deshaun Dotson, Kyle Turnbull, and I believe the 5th starter is going to be Ben Dow for Coach Caleb Johnson. Monroe City 6-3. It's a little bit of a deceiving record as they've gotten losses to Kirksville, Blair Oaks, and Webster Groves.
Those are some big names.
3 huge schools and very good schools. And Ellsbury at 10-2, as I said earlier. We're looking forward to this matchup, and we'll send it back to Mark and Corey.
Thank you very much. We're about 3.5 minutes away from game time here in the middle school gym. We'll take a break. Those are our starting lineups, and we'll have basketball in just minutes here on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by CMC Distributing and Manufacturing, McCoy Blossom Funeral Home, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
The best coverage of high school sports is on KJFM. Brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
What would you call that warm-up? I don't even know what the Clopton shuffle. I don't know, the Clopton dive. I don't know what you call that, but they've been doing it for the last couple of years. This young team hasn't quite perfected it like last year's squad. But
I thought a few of them were going to hit each other in the head.
Right? Everyone back to the benches now, getting ready for the anthem and introductions here, and I think they are going to do an anthem tonight with Clopton, the host of this tournament in here. They brought in a big sound system for this ball game, so we'll take one more break, come back with the opening tip after this from the Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Craig's Truck and Tractor, Craig Bowen CPA, PJ Salon, and the Evans Insurance Agency.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, agent, and Perkins Electrical Services.
It'll be Mason Street jumping center against Cole Fessler, and we're ready for basketball. They didn't do the anthem, and in fact, Clopton didn't even get off the bench for the introductions. They were deep in game prep, so kind of an odd start. We had an odd start last night here in the middle school gym and had one of the best games of the tournament between the Louisiana girls and Mark Twain girls last night. So we'll see if history repeats itself as the ball goes, well, now it goes up, and we're underway as Clopton wins it back to Evans. And Chase Hall will set the offense for the Hawks. They're in their road blacks, trimmed in that pale gray. They work it around to Kuntz on the far side. He goes baseline, now dribbles back to Chase Hall. Now for Evans. That's Kane up on the near point all the way around to Kuntz. He's going to try the three. That one's a little long. And the rebound still fought for, and it's out of bounds, and we'll go to Silex. So exciting first 29 seconds. No points, but we're underway.
Yeah, we'll see if Clopton continues to play into the Silex game plan, shooting a bunch of threes. Here's in that 2-3 zone.
Josh Price with the ball for the Owls over to the far side for Wesley Perkins. Perkins, who sat out the opening round game, back in the lineup tonight for Coach Ethan Evans. On the near side for Fessler. He gives up his dribble, gives up the ball to Perkins. We saw him shooting a lot of threes in the warm-ups. And away from the ball, there's a foul called against Silex.
They're going to give that one to Tyler Twelman. Said he was still moving. He's trying to set a screen, free up one of his teammates. Let's see how Clopton attacks this 2-3 zone.
Into the corner for Street, back to Kane Evans. Evans up top for Chase Hall. Hall surveys the scene, now gives it to Tyler Kuntz all the way into the corner. They work it down to Cash Evans. He goes off the glass and puts Clopton ahead for the first time.
It's the best way to beat it.
Back the other way, Twellman with speed. Works it down low. Shot hits the bottom of the backboard, and Clopton comes away with it. Here's Chase Hall. Gets it all the way to Mason Street. Back to Hall. He'll try the three from the near point. Rims out. And on the rebound, we're going to have a foul against Cash Evans. First foul against the Hawks.
Little token press here by Clopton.
Kane Evans putting pressure on the ball as Wesley Perkins breaks the line. He puts on the brakes. Now drops it off for Josh Price. Again, the Owls without Blake Thurman. Still out with that broken wrist. And they work it to the hoop. Oh, nice drive there. Good penetration.
A little give and go
for Price. He finishes and ties the game at 2.
It's not a good spot to pick up your dribble.
Havlik also out. Here's a three from the corner. That's no good. And the putback is good. Kuntz off the glass. Trading buckets here at the beginning. 5:30 to go here in the opening quarter of this Consolation semi. Price with it. Between the circles for Silex. Has to work around his own man. Now drops it back to Colin Twellman. Twellman back for Josh Price. Top of the key. He's going to take the three. That one's good. He just stepped out and took it. So now it's a 5-4 Silex lead. Pass off the hands and stolen away. Here comes Price. Lost control and out of bounds. Good non-call there on the contact as he was out of control.
The ball ended up hitting him right off the knee.
Chase Hall checks out.
Jordan Genuine checking in.
He's got the ball right now for the Hawks. Over to Kuntz. Long three. That one's a little too long, and the rebound pulled down by Cole Fessler, and then we're going to have a foul called on Mason Street. 4:43 to play in the first quarter here in the middle school gym. Twellman, who has all 5 points, throws it away and ends up into the student section. Turnover gives it back to Clopton, and that'll give us time for our first Eagle 102 game break.
Well, we're off to a slow start here. Ellsbury playing a zone, which is the way you can beat Monroe City. They've shot about what, Marianne? 5 threes and only made 1, but Monroe City leads it 3-0. We're about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Back to Mark and Court.
And a bucket there by Mason Street to make it 6-5 in favor of the Clopton Hawks. Here's Silex with it. A little head fake there from Fessler and drops it back to Tyler Twellman. Josh Price. Price gives it up for Wesley Perkins to the near side now for Colin Twellman. He's going to take a long two and off the mark, and the rebound, and Genuine had to touch the wall.
That wall is directly on that baseline, too.
He thought maybe he could get away with it. 4:04 to go. Silex ball. Here's Price with it. Off the inbound. Comes off the corner. Scoops it with a pass to Twellman. Twellman kicks it back. Here's Price again. Price going to drive through 2 Hawks, and he'll hit the deck.
What Genuine's got to do there, he can't go under the screen. He's got to go over top. Force that defender to go away from the basket.
Foul was on Chase Hall, who came back into the ball game. His first, team's third, and the first free throw ties the game at 6.
Price kind of carrying the load here this first quarter.
He's got all 6 points. Second shot is good as well, and Silex takes back the lead by a point. Past the midway point of the first quarter, 3:45 to play. Kane Evans with it. Kane gets it to Cash. Cash hit the back iron and goes out. Clopton gets the rebound and the putback, and that's Kane Evans. his first 2 points of the night to give Clopton a 1-point lead. Here's Price with it again. Scoops it back for Perkins. Perkins had a good lane, reversed and took a wild shot, and the rebound pulled down by Evans for Clopton. Here's Mason Street going baseline, cut off, gives it back to Cash Evans. Kick out, now to Kane. Kane comes out of the corner with it, back to Genowine, now near side, all the way inside now. And we're going to have a foul whistled against Colin Twelman, his first. So he got a little handsy with Cash Evans. 2:59 to play in the first quarter. Clopton with the ball and in the lead. And back in comes Tyler Kuntz. He'll replace Cash Evans. Kane also checks out. So there, Evans
throw it straight over top, wide open.
Right to.
How does that happen?
Right to Mason Street, and he hit a easy 8-footer to extend the lead to 3. Biggest lead for either side tonight.
Oh,
Price bails out a bad pass as he works against Genowine. Gives up his dribble now and have to hand the ball off to Wesley Perkins. Perkins near side now for Cole Fessler. Fessler gives it to Twelman. Now back up top for Perkins. A little sloppy here, but they've been able to survive and keep possession.
Tell you, if Silex just chills out a little bit on the wing, if their post will just seal and lob it over the top, they got a wide open layup every time. Seal right there.
Going on.
See, just like that. That was perfect.
Yep, can't finish though. Jake Henry. He was getting downright physical with Dalrymple down there. Here's Genowine up and around to the far side for Kuntz. Back to Genowine. Trying to find Dalrymple with a little bounce pass, and he wasn't expecting it.
It doesn't work whenever you're standing 4 feet away from each other. They got to space out on that zone. That's the only way to beat it. Keep your spacing.
And now Kuntz.
Good hustle.
Jumped that like the middle linebacker. Here's a 3 over everything, and a miss for Hall, and Silex comes away with the board. Minute 20 to go here in the first quarter. Pass tipped and out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Owls with a minute 18 to play in the quarter. Both Cash and Kane back in. Logan Dalrymple checks out, as well as Chase Hall. There's some coaching going on right now. Both these coaches being pretty vocal. Turnaround shot. That one can't find its way down, and Cash Evans with the board. Kane will bring it up the floor for Clopton. Long pass to Mason Street. Street at the high blocks gives it back to Kane. Now to Genowine. Jordan. And that's exactly what Coach Tony Francis said. Your point, spacing. They don't get a good shot, though, from the baseline. And here come the Owls back the other way.
Yeah, when you have a guy go.
Here's a 3, a little long.
I thought maybe that might have been in. He's kind of had the hot hand this quarter.
Exactly. Kuntz got the long rebound, now dishes off to Genowine into the corner for Kane Evans. Lobs it, not enough lob on it. It's taken away by Josh Price. 30 seconds to go in the first quarter here in the Consolation semis. Now a little take there by Genowine and an easy layup.
Good hands.
Make it a 12-7 lead. That breaks a little scoring drought. Now the ball almost stolen again, and it is stolen as it goes out of bounds. Kane Evans disrupted Wesley Perkins and got the steal.
Just like you were talking about before the game, if they can create some pressure on Silex. It seems like they have a hard time handling with a little adversity.
Here's Genowine to Mason Street. Thought about the 3, gives it to Evans on the far guard. Kuntz, now they get it to Evans, and he's fouled on his way to the basket. Looks like it's going to be on Jake Henry.
There's a couple guys there. I'm not sure who they're going to give that to.
It is Henry's, his first. 5.4 seconds to go, and to the line goes Cash Evans. And his first shot is good. 6-point lead now for Clopton. Pretty much the first 4 minutes, they were trailing or right at 1 point behind or ahead. since that point, it's been all Hawks. They woke up. 14-7 here in the final 5 seconds. Ball pressure, long shot, hits the top of the backboard. They actually got a return buzzer beater attempt, and that one's no good as well. 14-7, our score after one. We'll take a break, come back with a game break on the other side from the Clopton tournament on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Royal Banks, and County Market in Vandalia.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Well, Ellsbury's got Monroe City slowed down. Monroe City hasn't made much from the outside, but they have been killing Ellsbury on the offensive boards, and they lead 8-5 with 1:58 to play here in the first quarter. Deion White will have the second of 2 shots for Monroe City. So they're up, the Panthers, 8-5 over the Indians. Back to you guys.
Sounds like the boys are taking a page out of the Ellsbury Lady Indians playbook over in the other gym. Slow them down. 14-7 here. Clopton leads after a quarter over the Silex Owls. Ready for quarter number 2, and Silex will have the ball. Long pass into the offensive end, and we're underway here in the second. It's Colin Twelman with it. Feeds it down low. Shot no good, but Cole Fessler going to head to the line.
Tyler Kuntz is going to pick up his first foul. Oh, they're going to give it to Genowine. Was he even down there?
Didn't see him. But the first shot is good. Fessler, his first point of the night. Cuts the deficit to 6. One more. And body's falling. And it's out of bounds. And they're going to say last touch by Clopton. So double possession here. Cole Fessler set to trigger the inbound play. Gets it near side now for Wesley Perkins. Perkins comes out of the corner with it. Goes all the way around.
Good back cut.
Yep, but it's taken away by Mason Street. Logan Dalrymple falls down, so they have to work around him. Now into the near corner, and Kuntz will dribble out. Back up top for Hall. Now to Kuntz again, trying to force a pass in, and it was knocked from Dalrymple to Street, and he's fouled.
He was pretty fortunate that he was able to pick that one up for him. It wasn't a great pass. It was forced.
Kane Evans getting ready to check back in as Mason Street hits the first of 2 free throws. Free throw shooting's been pretty good so far between these two teams. Not a huge sample size, but they've only missed 1. Now make it 2.
Jinxed him.
Yep. It happens. 15-8. Silex got the rebound and lose it out of bounds. A little miscommunication there between Tyler Twelman and Cole Fessler. Clopton gets it back. Up by 7. Kuntz gets it back now for Chase Hall. Hall to the near side. They work it to the baseline for Mason Street. Drops it to Evans. Now
great cut.
Kane couldn't finish. But a nice feed from Cash to Kane. And the younger Kane Evans will go to the line to shoot a pair. And the first shot for Kane is good.
He's got to be the first Evans that I've seen that's a lefty. All the rest of them are right-handed.
Every family has one, right?
Yep.
He's
got to be one.
Nothing wrong with a lefty. we are more creative.
You'll make a lot more mess when you're writing a paper.
That's true.
Oh, good hustle.
And out of bounds. Last touch by the Owls. So it goes back to Clopton with 6:48 to go in the second quarter. Hawks lead the Owls 17-8. Kane Evans with it up top and around. Kuntz going to try the long three, drains it. Extends that lead to 20-8, and a timeout taken by Silex. 6:33 to go in the first half. 20-8, Clopton leads on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Beinhoff Funeral Homes, and Center Locker Service.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes to the Philadelphian favorite water ice, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season with Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mike's Tire and Service Center and a taste of Philly.
Silex in a tough spot. That three makes it 20-8.
But Clopton's starting to do a really good job on the offensive side. They're starting to get it down. They're starting to get it on the low post, working a little inside out, and they're starting to get, some more wide open threes, and they're able to knock it down. Just when you work the ball around like that offensively against the zone, you start doing one thing. If it doesn't work, go to the next, and you open up a lot of opportunities.
Here's Price with it. Hands it off for Wesley Perkins. Perkins gives up his dribble. Gives it back to Price. Yeah, there's nothing there offensively right now for Silex.
No, I'm not too sure why they're doing dribble handoffs either.
Well, it seems like Clopton has stepped up the physicality about 3 notches.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that was an interesting shot from the baseline, actually behind the basket. I'm surprised he got the rim on that one. 5:50 to go. Clopton gets the rebound, and it's Kuntz back onto the offensive end to Kane Evans. Kane kicks it in the corner now for Kuntz. Couldn't get the three. The pass was low. Now he has it. Lobs it in to Cash Evans. Evans too high off the glass, and a tip-out rebound, but
they're going to get Mason Street on the over the back.
5.5 to play. 20-8, Clopton leads, and let's send it to the other gym for an Eagle 102 game break.
Just started the second quarter. Score has not changed. Monroe City still leads Ellsbury 8-5. They have the ball as we get into the second quarter. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much. A travel called against Perkins as they are just sprinting down to the baseline and then throwing up wild shots from inside three. Last 2 possessions. This time they got called for the travel. Kuntz lobs it into Cash Evans. He does a hook pass. Gets it back now. Free throw line extended. Ooh, pretty shot.
Great ball movement. They're working it all around that perimeter, hitting it down low.
And Clopton has really stepped up that ball pressure. Silex, turnaround shot. That's no good. Off the rebound, and Kuntz grabs this one for Clopton. Gets it ahead. Evans, what a burst of speed from Kane Evans. I didn't know you had those kind of wheels. 24-8, timeout on the floor. 4:49 to go in the first half. Clopton pulling away on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Penrod Real Estate, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and People's Savings Bank in Bowling Green.
Hi, this is Brock Mitchell, and I am a physical therapist with Advanced Physical Therapy in Bowling Green. At Advanced Physical Therapy, we treat everything from sports injuries to work rehabilitation, arthritis, and post-surgical rehabilitation. This includes spinal care, balance issues, and vestibular treatment. You have a choice when it comes to physical therapy, and we hope you choose Advanced Physical Therapy. Conveniently located across from Bowling Green High School on Business 61. Call us today to schedule your next physical therapy appointment at 573-324-6079.
The area's best coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice, and All Parts.
24-8, Clopton leads Silex here in the second quarter. 3 minutes gone. Owls will have the ball after the timeout. Coach Ethan Evans looking for answers right now.
Clopton staying with their token pressure.
They get it into
and
Price.
they get a steal.
Yep. Genowine got the steal, couldn't get the finish, but nice tip-out rebound, and Kuntz tracks it down in the corner. Gets it back to Cash Evans, back to Kuntz. He's going to try that long three again. This one rims out. Another tip-out rebound, but this one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cash Evans. So Silex will have it down in the corner with 4:36 to play in the second quarter. A little maintenance work going on down there. A little janitorial before the inbound. Now Silex gets it, break the pressure, and the shot off the glass is good for Fessler in transition. 24-10.
It was a great pass by Perkins. He gave it up a little bit earlier than what they have been. They usually get down in there and gets too congested and they can't make a pass. So that was a good job of him getting the ball out of his hands early.
Dalrymple gives it to Genowine. Now gets it back to Logan. Lob pass. Oh, beauty.
What a
off
pass.
The glass. Kane Evans with a good finish. Off that feed from Dalrymple. 26-10. Clopton leads Silex here with 3:57 to go in the half. A little less pressure this time. Now Clopton will amp it up. Both Evans are getting physical. Out high for Josh Price. Price for the Owls. Tries to get a pass in. Oh, good recovery that time by Fessler. And he's able to put it in for two. Wasn't a pretty pass. Good result, though. Cash Evans into the corner for Kuntz. He'll dribble out. Gives it off to Dalrymple. Logan. Now to Kane Evans. Back for Jordan Genowine. To Kuntz on the near side. Gives it to Cash. Back to Dalrymple at the point. To Jordan Genowine. To Kane Evans. Lob pass down to Cash. Gets the defense moving. Can't hit. Dalrymple, the putback is good. Nice job by Logan. He's come alive here in the second quarter. Tip out, or into the backcourt, and we've got a foul going to be called on Kuntz, as he wanted that steal.
It did look like pretty good hustle from over here. Maybe he got him on the arm or the leg.
Yeah, I think the first one was good. He kind of had to clear him out a little bit to go for the loose ball after he tipped it into the backcourt. Yep, there's that long pass on the inbound. Shot no good, but a foul is going to send Wesley Perkins to the line. That's been their go-to.
Coach Francis just hollered out to him, don't let him run this way to the basket, and that's exactly what they did.
28-12, and at the line is Perkins. First shot, no good, rims out. Kane Evans checks out, back into the ballgame, Chase Hall. And the second shot is no good. And Cash with the rebound for the Hawks. Genowine up for Chase Hall. Hall works around to Kuntz. Kuntz. And they're going to call the charge. Yeah.
We knew they were going to call that. He dropped his shoulder.
2.5 to go, his second foul.
Oh.
A little finger roll action. Unable to finish, though. And what do we have? A timeout taken by the Clopton Hawks with 2:23 to go in the second quarter. They lead Silex 28-12, and let's send it down the hall for an Eagle 102 game break.
Well, Ellsbury momentarily took the lead at 11-8, but Monroe City's run off 8 in a row. Throw in a technical on the Ellsbury coach, and Monroe City's on quite a little run right now. They lead at 16-11, 4:08 to play in the half. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much. Interesting happenings, goings on down in the championship semis. Here it's 28-12, 2:23 to go in the first half. The Hawks leading the Silex Owls. Late games again. Here we'll have game breaks of Mark Twain and Wright City, and our feature game will be Louisiana and Winfield, the 2-3 matchup. Here's Chase Hall with the ball for Clopton to Genowine. Jordan hands it off to Kane Evans, now to Cash, and we're going to have a blocking foul.
It's just a big body down there.
Yeah.
I think they're actually going to give Perkins the foul.
Yep.
And he was the one that took the big hit.
Yeah, he wasn't playing it, however. Wasn't quite in position here from the baseline off the inbound. Oh, that's a nice shot from Cash Evans. 30-12, Clopton leads. In the backcourt, Josh Price gets past Genowine and into the offensive end for the Owls. Good crossover, finds a little room, finds a little more room, goes all the way to the basket and lays it in. Price has had a nice night.
He's got 9 of the 14.
Yeah. Genowine gets it to Kane Evans. Kane. Oh, tried to return it, and Genowine had cut. And into the ball game is Max Levy. He'll replace Jake Henry. Minute 37 to go in quarter number 2. 30-14. Clopton leading Silex. Up the floor is Price. Minute 25 to go. Gets the defense up in the air a little bit. Tried to force one in, and it's taken away. Here's
that
Evans.
wasn't a good pass. Oh.
That's not a good pass either. As Kane Evans kind of lost control, passed it to the middle into 3 Owls, and now we're going to have an offensive foul as Perkins hooked the defender with the arm and just threw him down.
We got Logan checking in for
Kane Evans.
Kane.
Down to a minute 5 to go in the half. Consolation semis of this Clopton Invitational. Here's Dalrymple. Pass rejected, and I think maybe Chase Hall got away with a little contact there. Perkins checks out. And with the ball is Hall. Over to the far side. That's Dylan Horsemeyer. To Dalrymple. Kicks it back to the free throw line. Cash Evans can't hit. Rims out. Picked up by Tyler Twellman. Yeah. Down to 38 seconds to go.
I kind of like that little offensive sequence there. A couple handoffs. They got to the free throw line. Was able to kick it back to Cash, and he had a good open look.
With it, Twellman gives it off for Timothy Carroll. We saw him quite a bit in the opening round. Back to Josh Price. Down to 13 seconds as they play for the final shot. To the baseline, that shot rims out. Genowine gets it ahead. Will they get the shot off? Travel, yeah. And the buzzer sounds as he was signaling the travel.
We don't count that as a turnover then?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. 30-14 is our score after 2 quarters. Clopton leading Silex, and let's throw it down the hall, and we'll run out the half with an Eagle 102 game break.
Well, Monroe City trying to impose them will a little bit. They've stretched the lead to 7, 20-13 with 2:15 to play in the first half. Monroe City hasn't been very good from the free throw line or from 3, Marianne, and but they have hit the offensive glass.
Well, they have, and I tell you what, we've seen some nice under the basket plays by Monroe City. Saw a nice alley-oop a little bit earlier tonight, but you're right, from outside the arc, they haven't found their hot streak yet this evening.
21-13 now. Monroe City leads it. 2:05 to play in the half.
We'll send it to the station now for the Cellular Satellite Center halftime report here on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated. And Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, and even snow removal. Just call 573-324-3433 and let the friendly and knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Brown's Smokehouse Meats in Silex and Troy, locally owned and operated, can help with all your meat processing, retail, wholesale, and custom butchering. Brown's invites you to stop by their Troy retail location. Despite some road work underway, Brown's Smokehouse Meats is open for business at 185 East Cherry Street in Troy. Smokehouse Meats, deer processing, homemade sausage, and much, much more. Be sure to visit Brown's Smokehouse Meats, Silex and Troy.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM. Sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
30-14 after 2 quarters here in the middle school gym. Mark Front, Corey Buchanan. Clopton leading by 16 points after 2, and you can see the blueprint is there. The buy-in is there. Maybe Clopton's execution not quite there yet, but give this another few months and then another year or 2, and this is going to be a really, really fun team to watch.
Yeah, I really like watching the Evans boys down there. I mean, they're putting in some – they're doing the hard work down there. The guards just got to see them and get them better passes down there on the low post and, up on the or in the low post and then the short corner as well. A lot of things are open down there, and we've heard Coach Francis hollering at the guards to get them the ball, and I'm not sure why the wing players are so fascinated with just chucking it around the arc. I mean, when you've got a player wide open under the basket, that's a high percentage shot down there. They just need to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, and I think they're forcing a little, and that's sign of youth, and the spacing's not quite right yet. But the game plan, you can see it, and it's starting to work, and that's fun to do for Silex. You got Price and you got Fessler putting in points, but they just haven't been able to find a whole lot of shooting.
Yeah, there's been a lot of forced shots, forced passes down here. They've got 9 turnovers that I counted that first half, and Clopton didn't score off of a bunch of them, but they did score off a few of them. They need to block out on that weak side, especially when you got a long shot. Long shot equals long rebound, so they got to hit that weak side area over there and kind of corral some of these defensive rebounds. So Clopton's done a pretty good job of hitting the offensive boards, but as far as offensively, Silex just needs to slow down and take a lot better high percentage shots.
Price was hot there in the first quarter, and Clopton was giving them a little space as the half went on. The Hawks amped up that pressure quite a bit, and that forced a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, and Silex, there's a few times that I even mentioned it on the air. If they have that post come over from the opposite side, Silex's defense really isn't playing a very good shell on the backside. If he would just close that guy out back there and post up and give him the ball over the top, they got to lay up, every time until Clopton, makes an adjustment. But there's a few things that are open down here. They just aren't seeing them yet.
Good first half for the Hawks, 30-14. They lead the Silex Owls, looking to get back into the Dale Miller Gymnasium for championship night and that consolation title game coming up during the weekend. We'll take a break, come back with first half scoring for you after this on the Eagle 102 halftime report.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Alicia Koenig, owner of Remax Realty Shop, Sun Window Company, and Sparks Maintenance Contracting.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Sailor and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer. Lynn's Heritage House isn't your average senior living facility. At Lynn's, residents have an abundance of social and recreational activities, including trips to the Twin Pike Family YMCA, numerous craft projects, and even the occasional day trip around Pike County. As a resident, you can enjoy the same independent lifestyle you've always enjoyed, but with the peace of mind knowing that help is available when needed. For more information, visit Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana, or online at lynsheritage.com.
CMC Distributing in Louisiana is the place to turn for steel, culverts, industrial supplies, and central welding supplies. In addition, CMC Distributing offers trailer parts, truck accessories, truck beds, and trailer repairs. At CMC Distributing, they always go the extra mile while working hard to make sure you're satisfied. They do it that way for a simple reason. They appreciate your business. CMC Distributing, Highway 54, west of Louisiana.
Hello, my name is Lisa Blossom Payne. My family owns and operates McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory. We have 3 locations to serve you: Bowling Green, Troy, and Hawk Point. We provide both traditional funerals and cremation services. In addition, we also offer pre-arrangement options that freeze the cost. If you would like further information, please contact McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory at 573-213-5110.
Area High School Sports on the Eagle 102 is brought to you by Pike County Memorial Hospital and Cellular and Satellite Center.
Jealous. Jordan Genuine jumping up on the stage like that, like it's nothing. I have to step on a chair to get up on the stage now. About 2 minutes to go before we start quarter number 3. Let's get a look at the first half scoring numbers.
Well, we'll start with Silex, and we had Josh Price who carried. He basically carried the load that first half. He had 9, and then we had Cole Fessler with 5. Really, there hasn't been too many shots from anybody else on Silex's team. There's been a few here and there. I know Wesley Perkins, he had a couple opportunities at the free throw line to put some points on the board. But they ended up with 14 that first half, and then we'll slide over here to Clopton. We had Jordan Genuine with 2, along with Logan Dalrymple. And then we have Tyler Kuntz and Mason Street, both with 5. Then Cash Evans with 7 and Kane with 8. So I think the Evans boys are kind of battling out on who's going to be the top scorer tonight. So we'll see how the second half goes.
3 of 6 shooting free throws were the Owls. 5 of 6 were the Hawks. Did we mention the turnovers in the first half?
Yeah. We had Silex with 9 and Clopton just with 5.
I think we were being a little generous there.
I was watching pretty strictly there.
30-14, about a minute to go before we start the third quarter. Let's check in and see if they've got a halftime score from the high school gym with an Eagle 102 game break.
8.5 seconds to play in the half as this one's ground to a halt with multiple fouls, both teams over 10. Monroe City leads at 28-14 as they've methodically stretched this lead out to double digits as Gladdy misses 2 free throws. 28-14, we'll see what happens right here at the end of the half and then send it back to you. There's going to be a 3-pointer by Hayes at the horn. That's going to be no good. So Monroe City will go to the locker room on top, 28-14 over Ellsbury. Back to you guys.
Well, what seemed like maybe an upset bid has turned into another Monroe City night at the office before the first half ends. Here it's 30-14 with Clopton ahead. As we start the third quarter, it'll be the Hawks with the ball. And here's a Kuntz 3 from the near corner to start things off and make it a 33-14 lead. Tyler Kuntz with the tray. Back the other way are the Owls with Price trying to feed it inside.
Yeah.
And
they're going to get Cash on a reach in.
And that's his second. 7:33 to go here in the third quarter. Owls with the ball underneath the basket, and they go into the far corner on the inbound play to Perkins. Wesley dribbles out. And hands it off for Colin Twellman. Twellman, long 2 is no good. And the rebound pulled down by Tyler Kuntz. Gets it ahead at Chase Hall. He almost double dribbled. Back to Kuntz now for Mason Street. Street to the near side, into the corner. And dribbling out is Kane Evans. Gives it to Tyler Kuntz. Kuntz to Kane Evans. Back to Kuntz off the glass. Good passing there from the Hawks. And Tyler Kuntz with the finish. 35-14. Perkins has to stop and start again to get across the line. Hands it off for Tyler Twellman. Twellman over to the far side for Price. Price trying to find a little room against Chase Hall. Comes up top with it to Perkins. Perkins surveys the scene. He was trying to find a lob pass. It's just not there right now. So he has to dribble a little bit. Gives it middle of the lane. It's knocked away and taken by the Hawks. Here's Kuntz to Hall. They set the offense. Out of Kane Evans. Mason Street with it. Lob pass down to Cash. Cash turns, scores. Just laid it up over the rim.
It's looking pretty easy for the Hawks right now.
37-14. 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter. We pulled ahead of the high school gym a little bit. Not too many fouls in this one. Not a lot of foul shots, and that's a miss for the Owls, and the Hawks with the rebound. Here's Kuntz. Gonna take the three. From the near side, it rims out. Tip out rebound. Nice play by Street. Got it right to Kane Evans, who got the finish. You're absolutely right. Kane and Cash are just going to go bucket for bucket on who's the leading scorer tonight.
Really, Mason Street should have got the bucket for that one. That was a heck of a effort play there by him. Keep that ball alive.
39-14 as Silex turns it over. And here come the Hawks again. Chase Hall with it. Over to the far side for Kuntz. Good bounce pass down to Cash Evans. Cash finds a little room and scores.
Did he bounce that between the defender's legs? I'm almost positive he did.
And the timeout taken by Silex. 41-14, 5:12 to go in the third. Clopton leading in the semifinals of the Clopton Invitational on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Knight Equipment Company, West End Financial Services, and Young Enterprises.
At Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair in Vandalia, they say it's better to prevent a breakdown than having to pay for one. Preventative maintenance is key, but if your machinery should break down, Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair is there to serve you in the shop, on the farm, or roadside. See Craig's for semi-truck and trailer repair, oil changes, overhauls, and much more. Farm planting season to harvest season and beyond, Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair can help keep all your equipment and big rigs rolling. Call in or stop in today. Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair, Highway 54 east of Vandalia.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio, brought to you by Young Enterprises, Family Drug, and Brown Smokehouse Meats.
Perkins with it for Silex after the timeout. Gave up his dribble, now gives up the ball over to the far side for Tyler Twellman. Twellman gets it back, center of the lane. Now they kick it out for a three. That's a long three there, and Street with the rebound off the miss by Price. Genowine with it, back up top for Mason Street to the near side for Logan Dalrymple. Dalrymple down to Kane, back
Great
to Logan.
cut, but he's traveled.
Yeah, he never put the ball on the floor. Turnover gives it back to the Owls, and back into the ball game comes Timothy Carroll as he replaces, I believe, Wesley Perkins.
Hawks just really got some good ball movement and off the ball movement. That was a perfect cut. Just he needed to go up with it one step sooner.
Here's a three, blocked out of bounds. Street got up and blocked the three attempt for Cole Fessler out of the corner. We've seen in this tournament fouls on a couple of buzzer beaters as this one goes from the corner for Tyler Twellman, his first points of the night. And the first points of the half for Silex. Took him nearly the first 4 minutes of this third quarter. Dalrymple to the near side. Street gets it down to Cash Evans. Evans, kick out. Back to Genowine, a little tall for him, so he has to readjust. Now he'll drive and try to get Dalrymple on a cut, and it goes out of bounds back to the Owls.
Great idea, just pass was just a little off the target.
So Now Twelman will bring it up the floor. Token pressure from the Hawks, and it's thrown away over the head of Carroll and over the Silex bench. 3:54 to play in the third. 41-17 Clopton. Hall brings it across the line to Dalrymple, now to Genowine in the corner. Lob pass back to Dalrymple, and he's fouled by Jake Henry. With 3:43 to play in the third. So Logan Dalrymple goes to the line. He's got 2 points tonight. And the first one is good. 42-17. Logan will have one more. And he hit them both. Back the other way is Price for Silex. Goes to the right. Now they work it down to Henry. He loses balance, and the pass goes off the foot of Carroll out of bounds. Turnover gives it back to the Hawks with 3:29 to go in the quarter. Dalrymple inbounds for Hall, and Clopton brings it up the floor slowly. Angles far side now for Genowine, back up top for Kane Evans. Now for Logan Dalrymple, into the corner for Chase Hall. Hall back to Mason Street. Through Dalrymple to Genowine, all the way around the perimeter to Kane Evans. To Hall. Price out to guard him, so he goes to Genowine. Now near corner for Mason Street. Street back up top for Kane. Kane gonna drive, now kicks it back out to Hall. Genowine. Back to Hall. Now to Dalrymple. Street on the perimeter. He's going to try the three. A little long on that one, and the rebound pulled down by Colin Twelman for Silex. 2:40 to play in the third quarter. Consolation semis of this Clopton Invitational. Cash back up off the bench. He'll come in at the next whistle. Lob pass down low. And a nice shot. Little fadeaway there for Cole Fessler. He's got 7 points.
His first bucket of the second half. See if that can kind of get him going.
43-19. Silex trailing Clopton. Here with 2:10 to go in the quarter. Dalrymple gets it down on the baseline. Fed it back to Street, and he's blocked out of bounds by Twelman. Nice job by Cowan not to give up on that player. Tyler, rather, Twelman. As Dalrymple checks out, both Evans back in. Cash gets it to Chase Hall. Now to Genowine up top, back to Chase on the near point. Now to Kane Evans, to Cash on the lob in.
Oh,
and yeah, he got the elbows going a little bit, did Cash, and picks up his third personal. Not sure if that was intentional.
No, it wasn't intentional.
Lost control of the ball a little bit.
Well, he felt him one way. His fake got him going one way, and then he kind of lost handle of the ball and wanted to keep going with his move, and his elbow just kind of came up and
made contact. Kick it back out. Here's a three. And the near point, no good for Colin Twelman. And here comes Clopton in transition. Too hard off the glass. Price gets the rebound and is tied up by Chase Hall. The arrow favors the Owls with a minute 34 to go in the quarter. 43-19, Clopton leads.
Genowine kind of shot away from the contact there and went with his right hand. If he goes into the defender's body and uses his left hand.
Uh-oh. Now we got a moving screen. And Twelman, Colin, picks up a second personal. Or excuse me,
I believe
third.
that's number 3, yeah.
Minute 22 to play. He'll come out. Mark Twain in Wright City, the second game here in the Consolation semis. We'll have game breaks of that one. Lob pass down to Cash, kicks it back out to Kane beyond the arc. Back to the free throw line for Cash. Now to Kane from just inside 3 from the far corner. His shot's no good. Rebound fought for, and into the bench and into the cheerleaders. Go both players, and they're going to call a tie-up. Good call by the official on the baseline.
Good hustle by both teams.
You know, when you hear chairs moving and bodies falling, sometimes you have that urge to call a foul, but that's just a good play by both guys. Here's Street. Kick it back out to
Great
Cash.
pass.
Cash off the glass. Not even sure how he snuck that over the front iron. 45-19. Clopton leads. 38 seconds to go in the third. Here's Price for the Owls. He drives all the way to the hoop. Can't finish. And the rebound picked up by Cash. Down to 27 seconds. Here's Mason Street ahead of the defense. Can't get that one to fall. And the rebound pulled down, this time by Cole Fessler. Here come the Owls. Will they play for the final shot? I think everyone's a little too amped up to play for the final shot, but they will slow down.
I don't think at this point.
Here's Carroll. Down to 7 seconds. And almost a tie-up. Genuine did rip it away. Goes to the floor and pick back up. Turnaround, a buzzer beater attempt off the front iron for Tyler Twellman. And we've got 3 quarters in the books. 45-19, Clopton leads Silex as we head to the fourth on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Advanced Physical Therapy, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, and Calumet of Missouri.
Great hair doesn't happen by chance. It happens by an appointment with PJ Salon. Make your appointment today and look your absolute best. PJ Salon in the Raintree Mall in Louisiana is your full-service salon, offering manicures, pedicures, tanning, and much more. Gift certificates for your someone special are always available, and walk-ins are welcome at PJ Salon. You may have 99 problems, but your hair doesn't have to be one of them. PJ Salon in Louisiana.
The Evans Insurance Agency is a family-owned and operated independent brokerage. We take pride in sponsoring local athletic and academic achievements. Scott and Shaylee Evans offer only the best in customer service while protecting your home, auto, toys, and business needs. Give us a call at 816-772-5182.
Tell my mom and dad what I'm doing.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Yeah, we're a little over 2 minutes into the third quarter here in the Dale Miller Gym. Monroe City still leads 33-22. Ellsbury's cut 3 points off that halftime lead as Monroe turns it over, but the hill is pretty steep for the Indians to try and get back into this thing. 33-22, 5:20 to go in the third. Back to you guys.
So we've opened up quite a time advantage on that game.
Ahead here.
We're in the fourth quarter now. Silex with the ball to start the quarter. Shot no good, out of bounds, and back to the Hawks it goes. 7:41 to play in this ball game. 43-19 is the Clopton lead. Hall gets it to Kane Evans. Evans to Kuntz, now to Cash Chase on the far side. Back into the ball game is Dylan Horsemeyer. Now for Tyler Kuntz, lobs it down, kick out. Here's Horsemeyer for 3. That one's off the mark, and the rebound pulled down by the Owls as Timothy Carroll grabbed the ball.
Every time Cash gets the ball down there, Clopton's got their shot selections. I mean, it's just night and day different.
And they put one in there. They're over 20 points tonight. Back up top now are the Hawks. Almost lost it. Chase Hall now to Kane Evans. Evans lost it off his foot, goes to the floor, picked up by Horsemeyer. Back to Hall. Hall, little ball fake, gives it back to Horsemeyer, and up top again for Tyler Kuntz. Evans to Evans, back to Evans, and out of bounds. They're going to say it was knocked out by Silex.
Good movement.
Mm-hmm.
Just pretty good defense by Silex.
So Twellman now with 5 points in the second half after that last basket for the Owls. That one's whistled on the rebound, and we're going to have a foul on Wesley Perkins, his third, as he made contact from behind. More substitutions. Snuck in Mason Street there. for Tyler Kuntz. So you got Street, Evans, Horsemeyer, and Genowine. Genowine was open for a three from the corner. They didn't see him. Here's Horsemeyer. He'll try the three from the far side. That one rims out. And the rebound pulled down by Max Levy. You going to grow out a more like that?
I don't know if I can at this point in my life.
Here's a steal by Street. Goes 1-on-2. Puts on the brakes. Turnaround shot no good. Cash the rebound. Gets it back to Mason. He's stripped from behind by Levy.
Oh,
and here comes Perkins. 1-on-1. He had to put on the brakes. Good defense. And now almost a block on the three, but it goes down for Price. Odd.
That was very interesting to watch there. Oh, what a pass by Street.
And a good finish by Kane Evans. Makes it 47-24. Clopton in control of this one. 5:29 to play. 23-point lead. Ball kind of pinballing around on the offensive end for Silex, and got a whistle as things just got a little too out of control there. And the foul will be called on Mason Street. That's his third.
Everybody was just kind of flying around there for a second.
Kane checks out. Horsemeyer checks out. Dalrymple back in, as well as Kuntz. Here's Price with it for the Owls. Levy back to Price. He's going to tie the long three again. Misses everything. Goes off the end wall. Back to the Hawks with 5 minutes to go. 5:01 to be exact. Here's Kuntz. Comes off the.
Oh, just got to finish that.
Came off the wing and got it to the bucket. Had a great look. Couldn't finish. Here's Price. Hands it off for Twellman. That's Tyler. Bad pass. Picked off by Kuntz. You can see what he was trying to do.
Oh, you got a guy wide open.
Here's
Missed him.
Street off the glass, no good, but Mason's going to head to the line. 4:22 to play, 47-24. The foul goes on Price, his second. And Mason Street hits the first. To make it a 24-point lead. Second one is no good. Rebound almost taken away from Levy, but he's able to secure it and give it off to Price to bring up the floor. Josh still with the ball, working against Genowine. Hands it back for Wesley Perkins. Perkins gives up his dribble at the free throw line. Back to Price. Josh trying to cut through, and he's bumped by a Hawk. That's Tyler Kuntz's third. 48-24.
Still really haven't figured out Silex's offensive strategy yet.
Long pass back to Price from the corner by Levy. Josh kicks it corner. Here's Perkins. Little shot put three. Down for the tray. Street back the other way to Kuntz. His shot no good, but gonna head to the line. Tyler Kuntz.
I think he kind of got bailed out there on a bad shot choice.
Yeah, I think that was one where he just threw anything up because he knew there was contact there. Hits the first one. Rolled around for a while and went down. He's up to 11 points, and that's where it'll stay, but Kane gets the long rebound off the missed free throw to Genowine. Back to Street. Lob pass for Kane. Kick it back. Here's a three. That one's good. Tyler Kuntz.
Starting to heat up.
52-27. Clopton leads with 3:15 to go. Perkins. Wesley trying to find a little room. Kicks it over to Cole Fessler. And what was the hang time on Wesley Perkins there after getting hit? He was in the air for 2-3 seconds. Did a full 360 in the air, I think.
Kuntz picked up number 4.
He'll come out.
I'm not really too sure what all took place right there.
Here's Price working against Genowine. Has it
Good
stripped.
hands.
And Perkins.
Whoa. That wasn't touched by Silex?
It looked like it went off of Wesley Perkins last, but the official was right there. Give him the benefit of the doubt. And it is a 25-point game, too. And a foul whistled against the Hawks.
And Genowine's going to pick up number 2 of the night.
Said it was on the floor with 2:49 to play. 52-27, long inbound pass. Here's the long NBA range 3. It rims out. And the ball saved by Perkins. Perkins reverses back to the baseline. Cut off there by Horstmeyer. Now he has nowhere to go. Gives it finally to Cole Fessler. Fessler to Perkins again. Out of the corner with a pass. Oh, things just opened up there, and we're going to have a foul called on Kane Evans. Or actually, they'll give it to Dalrymple. They were both there in the vicinity. Thought because Kane ended up on the floor, they'd call it on him.
That's kind of what I was thinking as well.
And the shot is good. Cole Fessler.
He's 2 for 3 from the charity stripe tonight. See if he can put it at 75%. Don't want to jinx you. And he does.
He got it. And he's got 9 points. Here's Mason Street with 2:20 to play. Genowine with it on the far side. Gets it to the baseline. Now kick back to Genowine. Street for Horstmeyer to Dalrymple. To Genowine. Genowine, little floater over the defense, no good. Tip up rebound. Still loose. Picked up by Kane Evans. And they'll reset. Here's a 3 from the near side, no good. Dalrymple saves it. And it's tied up. Ooh. Levy getting a little physical there. Tried to rip it away from Genowine. And
a little jawing going on out there.
But good on Genowine. The little guy held on.
He ain't going to back down.
Levy's about twice his size.
Dalrymple kind of run into a few people over there in the front row.
Alternating arrow belonged to the Hawks. Here's Dalrymple with it. Fakes going baseline. Gives it back to Chase Hall. Hall to Kane Evans. Trying to get it to Dalrymple. We're going to have just out of bounds. Dalrymple, he is involved at all times, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
When he's on the floor, he's always tangled up with somebody. Genowine all the way to the hoop. No, but a foul going to send Jordan to the line. With 1:29 to play in regulation. 52-29.
I believe that's number 5 on Wesley Perkins.
It is. His night is done. 3 points. And the first shot in and out for Genowine. He's been stuck on 2 points for a long time. This one long, and the rebound pulled down by Cole Fessler. He hands it off for Tyler Twellman. Twellman across the line. Works at free throw line. Loses control, but right to a teammate. That's Levy. Levy into the corner now for Twellman. Gives up his dribble, gives up the ball to Fessler. Head fake on Dalrymple, now kicks it back. Here's the 3, top of the key, in and out, no good. Rebound.
That's a great box out by Kane Evans down there.
Unfortunately, the ball goes out of bounds. And Silex keeps possession. Fessler to Levy on the inbound. Big lineup in there right now for Silex. They get it to Henry. Henry. Ball goes to the floor, being fought for, tied up.
Oh.
And the arrow will favor the Owls with 53.8 seconds to go. They got all the big bodies in there right now for the Owls. As Colin Twellman comes back in, he actually replaces Fessler. So size-wise, that was a even trade out. And here's a three from the corner, no good. And Henry had a Chase Hall stuck to him there on the rebound. Chase was hanging on for dear life. 8th team foul, 1-and-1 coming for Jake Henry, looking for his first point of the night. Can't get it on the front half, and then he ties up the rebound with Genuine, and the arrow favors the Hawks this time. Final 45 of this Consolation semi. Clopton going to make it back in to the Dale Miller Gymnasium for championship night. Play for Consolation. Silex going to be done after 2. Bounce pass down to Kane Evans to Dalrymple. Kick it back out. Horsemeyer. Quick defense there from the corner, and this shot's no good. Rebound pulled down by Tyler Twellman. He's on the run and mugged from behind. Ooh. From the front, from behind. And the foul going to be called on
Dalrymple.
His second.
He took some contact down
there, he
too.
did.
I think that call could have went either way.
And the shot goes down for Tyler Twellman. He hit them both. Down to 13 seconds. Good conversation going on with the official and Coach Francis. Down to 6 seconds. 52-31 as they back out. That'll be our final. Clopton over Silex by 21 and moves on into the consolation title game of this Clopton Invitational. We'll take a quick break, wrap up our scoring, and then send it to the high school gym to finish off that championship semi after this on the Eagle 102 postgame show.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up.
From our roots in St. Louis, Royal Banks of Missouri is branching out to continue serving you with our locations in St. Charles, Jerseyville, Granite City, and now in Hannibal, Center, and New London. Royal Banks of Missouri, the community bank in your community.
If it's time to ride or time to work, it's time to visit Hayden's Motorsports Center in Frankfort. Time to ride with Honda and Polaris ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. Time to work with Steel and Husqvarna chainsaws, weed eaters, leaf blowers, and more. There isn't a friendlier or more knowledgeable staff than those at Hayden's. If you need help at work or at play, let Hayden's Motorsports Center be your one-stop shop for the most fun and hard-working power sports equipment in the area. They're always ready to help. Hayden's Motorsports Center, just off Highway 61 North in Frankfort.
Buying a home can be scary, but not with RE/MAX Realty. Whether you're looking to sell or to buy a home, commercial property, investment property, or land in Pike County and the surrounding area, the RE/MAX Realty shop is here to help. When you or someone you know wants a passionate advocate to share the home buying experience with, call me. We will both be glad you did. I'm Elisha Koenig, RE/MAX agent.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM.
Final in this one, 52-31, Clopton over Silex. So Clopton moves into the Consolation Championship against either Mark Twain or Wright City, and Silex done in this tournament after 2 games. Final scoring numbers for this one. Do we have that all?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and start with Silex. Josh Price, he had 9 that first half, and then he kind of went cold, and he ended up with another 3 the second half, so he ended with 12, and he was the high scorer for Silex. The next high scorer was Cole Fessler. He ended up with 9, and then we had Tyler Twellman, who really most of his points came in that fourth quarter. He ended up with 7, and then we had Wesley Perkins with 3. And then for the Clopton side, we had Jordan Genowine with 2. Then we had Logan Dalrymple with 6. Mason Street with 6. Then we had Cash and Tyler Kuntz both with 14, and Kane Evans with another 12. The turnovers were a lot better that second half. Clopton only with 2 and Silex with 5. So Silex ended up with 14 on the evening, and Clopton ended up with 7.
Much better performance.
That second half was a lot better to watch.
Yeah, for Silex. You can't do much against Monroe City when you're a program trying to rebuild, but it was nice to see them make adjustments in the second half and actually give the Hawks some pressure or some things to think about in the third and fourth quarter. Hawks, they're right. They are on the right track. There's still a lot of youth on that team.
Yeah, and this is the first night I've seen them play, and if they aren't playing through both Cash and Kane, the high post, and then you had the low post short corner action, if you aren't playing through them, then your offense is really just you're not utilizing it the way that you could. So I was really excited to see the Evans boys, and of course Tyler Kuntz came in, and just a lot more hustle, and the offense slowed down, and they were actually getting a lot better opportunities that second half, and everything looked like it was flowing a lot better for them.
Final on this one, 52-31, Clopton over Silex, and we'll send it down the hall and get some action from the high school gym here on Eagle 102.
Well, Marianne, this one's been like two bulls going at it. We've had a ton of fouls in the game, physical play inside, and Monroe City still ahead by 13, 48-35. Ellsbury got it to within